Hello, hello. Another day, another show. So today is Thursday, December 30th, 2021. And in this show, I'm going to do the normal listing when I do. The goal for the show is 400 gross listings. And I'm also, I do have a monthly goal. I think right now it's at 9,200. And I'm thinking I'm at 7,700. And today's the last day. So that's okay. You can't reach it all. And sales have been good. I'm reaching new highs, 90-day highs almost every day. Unfortunately, I feel really bad because someone else, Craigslist Hunter, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of him before, but the poor guy is doing a live show at the same time as my show. And I'm sure that now that since I've started, it's going to drain all his people away. But we'll go ahead and do it. So I always like to start just going to .com. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Harry. Thanks for taking a second out of Craigslist Hunter's show to say hi. It's appreciated. Yep. So anyways, I always like to start just showing my sales. And there we go. And let's see. Okay, so start with this. So in the new year, I'm just going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if I can, and then Thursdays I'm going to leave because sometimes there's some items I don't really belong in the show, like stuff like this, which is a kind of for me a replenishable, and I'm not putting them up because I'm so busy prepping for the show. So I'm going to keep Thursdays for that, and I'm going to up it to 500. So, and we're going to start with Phillips voice recorders. If you guys don't already know, these are really good. Now, you have to check the model number of each one. And this one looks so clean, but it doesn't work properly. But some of the Sony ones, I don't know why, but they go for 80 or 100 bucks. Okay, so, and this one I'm going to sell for parts. So I don't know if you're still here, Harry, but I sold that one of the teacups, the Stanley one. I don't know if you saw that. I left that in your chat earlier today, and it kind of like instantly sold. So I sold it for 60. So I think I might have actually underpriced it. So look at this one. Like someone got 100 bucks. That's not this particular model though. Sony, that's why it only seems like anything Sony can add or a couple. Oh yeah, Sonys are almost always good. It's funny, eh? People really like it's not 100%. Like for remotes, not as much, but I'm just gonna put in memo. And I'm gonna ask 39. Oh, yeah, 39. Why not? No, the one that sold immediately was a Stanley, which honestly I had never come across before, and I just picked up because I thought it was a good, color and all that stuff. And I remember in the show I was looking for the, I was trying to do my totals for the show and I couldn't find it, and I thought, oh, what happened? But what happened is it sold almost immediately, which is often not a good sign. All right, for parts. I also increased the photos here so I can find the stuff quicker. That being said, there's. I remember being excited when I found this and so disappointed that it didn't work. And this being in my death pile for a while. see if we can just find it. So Stanley. Sold. There's mine. So it's sold instantly during the show for $60 plus shipping. And Stanley. I don't think I've ever seen one, but when I saw this kind of like, I don't know, overall pink and the roses, I decided to look it up, where normally I might not have looked it up. Okay. Some play tapes. Oops. So, Harry, how you said your daughter is sick? I'm pretty sure I actually got the Omicron too, because I'm better now, but for quite a few days there, I had the signs, which is sore throat, runny nose, and all that stuff. I didn't feel sick though. Never felt sick, and I'm not going to get a test because getting tests right now are almost impossible to get. Selling for parts. Cars on. Oops. Hey Don, how's it going? I'm afraid we're not talking about how to use tape this show, but hopefully you'll figure it out. Yeah. The color is good. It's just a good sign. I wonder what it like when I decided to price it. I based it on another one that was a slightly different color. There wasn't a ton of comps for it, so. Hey Cam, thank you for coming in. New avatar. Sore throat, runny nose, congestion. Yep, exactly the same. The worst thing is not really knowing what it was. So I didn't thrift at all this week because of that. But today I'm actually a lot better. That's good enough. And I can put for parts here. Because people don't read. Parts. And boop. One down. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is these Disney Infinity base plates are for the characters. I had some, but I put them away. They don't sell for a ton of money, but they're worth selling. Mask up and try to go sparingly only if you have to. I don't want to get sick, family. Anybody's sick, family sick. That's all. Yeah, me too. I think it's so hard because everyone's getting it now. Like I had to go to the post office, but it was actually fairly far away from anyone else. Kind of like I'll be in and out. I got to eat dinner. I'll keep it on the background. Yeah, that's cool. This is a very awkward time, but this is it's all good. Thanks for coming in. Okay. Let's keep going. Even if my brain is a little slow today. Okay, Disney Infinity. This has a model number. Not all of them have value. Here it is. Oh my god. INF-A. So it ends in 85. this one here. Two, 3, 5. I wonder if I can go base. And sold. I didn't have any issues this week, I think, knock on wood. I was really happy that I got some positive reviews for some glasses I sent, like drinking glasses, and all my teacups. It's always nice just to know things made it. Used. Okay, so I'm going to do all these for $14.99. But you have to be very careful that you pick the right one. Because this one's for $3.60. So there it is. Even though it has the same model number. Yeah. We use that excuse not to do something. Oh, I can't do that. I got the cat. He's comfortable. Okay. Let's go on F32. Not a huge money maker. I wouldn't buy this if what hadn't been included in another lot. See, even though it's so big, I still can't see it. Oh, wait. This one here. I don't even know what that is. So, you know the characters? Kind of like Skylanders. They go on top of these base plates, and you plug this into your Xbox 360. And to quote-unquote test it, I just put it in my computer and recognized it, so I figured that's good. I did have one that the person said it wasn't correctly reading stuff, and it was the same kind of price, so I just gave them their money back. Reach at it's my reaches my threshold though, $14.99, and it wasn't exactly hard to test. I didn't show any of that. Yeah, so like we were talking about offline, we were talking about accounting there. And it is a pain getting all the Excel sheets from eBay. I find I have to clean them up a lot, especially when you're in Canada and you want to work in Canadian dollars. Okay, so this is going to list next. This is an iPod 8 gig Nano. I also try to make sure that I getting down the information I need for taxes or that are actually useful. So when we were talking flying there, we're talking about how you can, when you download from the Excel from eBay, it has all this extra information, but all I really care about is the gross and the net as a Canadian. And then from the gross minus the net, I know what the eBay expenses are. And that, for me, that's good enough. Let's just make sure we pick used. Instead, because there's so many, we're going to just do ended recently. And this is not coming with any cables. So look at the price ranges, eh? Like 20 free shipping, 30. This is it. So right now I'm thinking 39 plus my minimum shipping. They got 59. Okay, I want 49 now. Okay, we're going to compromise at 44. I also sold, what I listed before, I sold a Bose 3-disc player. I got $200 for that. I think I paid $25 for it or something like that. So that was a good flip. And that was also my death pile for a long time. That's one of the good, like I've mentioned a billion times, that's one of the good things about the show. It makes me desperate enough to go and test this stuff. I'm really looking forward to being able to go source again, though, because, you know, it's a lot more fun. Okay. I should probably say this does not come with a cable to this. Not with. After this one, I'm just going to update my little party thingy. List. Did it work? What's going on? Okay. Done. So 3. And what is that? 40, 60, 100. That's convenient. So I've done 3 to 100. Update the banner. And save. And display. And so you just lump all the fees together instead of breaking them up for certain fees promoted. Yep, exactly. Because I don't care, because it's not going to affect my taxes because they're all equally write-offable, and it's just part of the eBay fees, and I can't control any of that stuff. Well, okay, promoted listings I guess I could control, but I don't do promotion at all. And a lot of the insertion fees would only be if I go over my limit of 1,000 items. And it's kind of an international fees, kind of irrelevant, at least for me. If I had if I was doing $1 million or something, yeah, okay. But my little store, it's not going to be worth the time to do that. I could do it easily enough, like by just putting the total on the column. But I'm lazy. So I'm not going to do it if there's no purpose, or it's not going to give me information that will make improve my business. That's the way I roll. Okay, next. Okay, we're going to do this lower end stuff. Ooh, I almost removed myself again. These are a couple Badminton Rackets. I already listed the good one a while ago. It hasn't sold yet. These are barely worth it. They're in bad condition, but I'm going to try and get 19 or 20 American for them. Or if you do auctions, I get charged insertion fees every auction I run. Yeah, but it should be okay. I haven't done the auction, but I assume the auction fees they're gonna charge you, and it's gonna be in one of your columns somewhere. Like my store fees every month is like $23 or something like that. So that's also in the Excel sheet. So I do count that. I really don't care about the tiny little details of information, because like I said, it doesn't help me. Hey Shay, thanks for coming and saying hi. Okay, so let's do these badminton rackets. I also kind of wanted to show that context menu thing I was talking about before. So maybe that's a little small. So the context menu, see, I have 2 of them. One's for eBay sold and one's for Terapeak, and I only have one of them turned on. So what that lets me do is if for example, I have the Terapeak one on. So when I highlight it like this and I right click, see how it shows Terapeak? I can click that and it's automatically going to search Terapeak for me. And of course, you could just, come here, you copy, paste, and do it that way too. It's just faster, and this is free. And depending on what I'm doing, I'll have one or the other turned on. So in this case, I just have Terapeak on because I'm listing. But when I'm looking at auctions, and say this was like an online auction, and I wanted to see, how much this model sold. So what I can do is go like this. So actually, it's a good example. So here, now I can look at eBay solds, and I can quickly just look up the value for stuff. So in this case, if there's too much information here, like maybe I just want to get this. It's just a little ways of saving time, And this is just an extension. This is on Chrome. It's free. It's probably gathering all your information, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I've shown it before. I like showing it again because I don't see people using it, and I think it's more useful than you might realize. Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's handy. It is very handy. I highly recommend it, especially if you're using desktop a lot, like I am, or doing research for auctions, and it's not that hard to use. Okay, so we were doing these badminton rackets. Actually, a racket. See, it's this kind of quality. I actually saw two that I wanted to do. See, look at this. There's some really good stuff out there. And this was given to me by a friend of mine at the thrift store. He says, "Look, this might be worth something." The other one he gave me were great. Okay, I don't know about any of this other stuff. I know it's made in Japan. Figured I would pop in and listen. Going to start on eBay in the next few weeks. Oh, okay. So you're doing mostly Etsy, Shay, or something else? Okay, so I'm going to say very well used condition. Lots of signs. Use. These aren't bad for weight. And it all goes into the same box. F3. All right. Okay. Oh, Macari. Yeah, we don't have Macari here in Canada. I'm going to try and get it on Etsy, though, but I've said that 100 times and I haven't done it, so. Yeah. Prepare for hiccups? Yeah, wasn't who someone was talking about that? Was that the nurse Flipper? She had a bad time. Something about they accused her of selling fakes or something. That's one of my most frustrating things that I don't like to complain about too much. But whenever I have a problem, I always lose. And I'm not talking about the stuff that he said, she said. Like if it's me, he said, she said against like a me versus a buyer. I don't have a problem losing that because what is eBay supposed to do, right? They're not going to take you. They have to go with the customer when they don't have the evidence. I'm talking about the other times when it's obviously you have all the tracking and everything, and you still have to fight. Hey, this one looks like mine. This is a little scary. Hopefully this is not this. No, this is... You know what? I listed this and it sold it, and I'm dropping it off locally, which is why it's sitting here. I almost screwed up. So we're going to pretend that didn't happen. And we're going to list this instead. So these are Sony headphones. Come with a charging cable. You can transfer stuff to them. They're used. Gross, but you know. I guess they're used. Okay, so Sony. Hopefully that's it. Okay. And I'm going to use this little therapy secret thing just to see if they sell for more. I wish it, and maybe I can add that. I wish it had a column showing if they're sold as new or not. I'm thinking 49. Okay, I'm thinking 44. Same as this guy, actually. A lot of people have been talking about their goal setting because, you know, it's that time of year. And personally, for me, I don't like just saying, like, this is what my goal is and then trying to accomplish it without any further details because for me, I never do it. It's like, you know, I can write down I'm going to lose 20 pounds as much as I want. To me, it's what's worked the best is trying to find the structure. So, you know, for me, the goal for 2022 is to list 2,000 gross a month. Oh, sorry, a week. And that's part of this show, right? Because if I do this show, then I also want to reach that goal because, you know, well, I'm doing the show anyways. So if I didn't have the show, I might just think I'm doing better than I'm actually doing. That didn't make any sense, but, you know, whatever. Okay. Okay. So should we do what I'm trying to not do? I think this is a 2-year death pile one. He-Man, Castle Grayskull. Has a little bits and pieces, but it has some damage too. And it's big and bulky. But we're going to listen. Yeah, with eBay, it's always something. Like, I don't have a problem, like I said. It's part of business, part of expenses. Things are going to happen. We're going to lose some of that stuff, even if we think we're right. My problem is when they say, oh, the person hasn't delivered it, you have to give them their money back. And then you're like, your own tracking shows it was delivered. Like, why am I involved at all in this? Like, they shouldn't even be able to open this thing as not delivered when your own when the tracking show's delivered, and then I have to call, and it's half an hour, blah blah blah. It's very frustrating because to me it's a waste of time. She was talking about. Oh, are you talking about near Slipper? Yeah, they're great money. It's just I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing it, so we're gonna do it. Hurrah! Hey, Paul, how's it going? Iman. So, Castle, Grayskull. Now I know for sure that like the parts are often worth the most, and I see. Holy crap! That's this. I wonder if I should be parting this out. What do people in chat think? Should I part it out? Or should I ask a stupid price? I changed my mind. This is probably why I didn't list it as well for a while, because I'm greedy. I want things up quickly. It can be really hard to figure out the correct price. Holy crap! Wait, 2013? This isn't 2013. $1981. If it's damaged, I part it out for sure. Yeah, I think I probably should. Where's the damage? It's just a clip, but... And I'm sure it's missing pieces, right? So I might pull this one and just do it properly. 21. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a stupid price. And then I'm going to get a bunch of complaints. And I'm going to ignore the complaints because I have a copy and paste I sent to all the complainers. So I don't say anything mean. Just think the mean things. So $249, I won't get that. And you know what? If someone gives me that, woo! A little more work to part it out? Yeah, it is. And for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, I had a Technodrome, and I carved that thing up like a turkey. And I made so much money on that. But honestly, Tommy, this has been sitting around for too long, and it's big and bulky, and so I'm going to just... And if it goes for that, I think I'll have gone higher than the market. Okay, we'll have lots of marks. Damage. Form paint signs used. Will be missing parts. Not sure what is missing. Do you still sell stuff like this, Tommy? Like these games, or are you just like Mr. Shoeman now? Okay, where's this gonna go? It's gonna go on a shelf, actually. Near complete. Very good. Nope, nope, nope. Get rid of that. I was taking one last look. Yeah, okay. What I probably should be doing too is offering this on local pickup. The last time I actually did sell He-Man stuff, it was someone who just bought a huge lot of my stuff for local pickup. And that was when I was kind of like learning how to do shipping. So they saved a ton of money by basically, because I put, shipping for each item, and they saved all of that, which was fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It was just a lot of stuff. Another pain in the butt thing is that my local shipping company was closed today, which is very weird. Friday I can understand, but today being closed. Of course, eBay has no idea, so I might have to ship things with Canada Post. But a couple things are okay. It's when it's a lot. Whoop. Okay. We got hit by a troll. There's one troll. Let's get rid of him. You guys are here to entertain me. You realize that, right? Okay, so here is a Kobo. Just look at the model number. It's like gray on black writing. And 867. Holy crap. Okay. Why is that so much? Just going to take a little bit of a closer look. Oh, they don't even show the bottom? I don't know why people are paying this much for these old things, but... And I'm going to use the trick I just showed everyone. The old Terapeak trick. Wow, why did these go for so much money? What is this H2O stuff? I hope it's not one of those things where there's like the model number is being reused. Okay, so we're going to ask 109, which is more than I would have thought. If someone in the chat knows I'm doing something wrong, hey Chop Chop, thank you for coming in. If someone in the chat knows I'm doing something wrong, let me know. Welcome back, Dawn. And Where are you? Here you are. Hey, Tracy, thank you for coming in, saying hello. Appreciate it. I hope this is right. I might check this after the show just to make sure that I'm not a liar. It's 110. Wow. Okay. So after this, I'm just going to update my little banner. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and there are 4 more. 250, 360, 380, 425. Okay, hopefully this is right. 525. I don't remember the last time I saw Craigslist Hunter go online before. Okay, so now I'm going to fix a draft I had yesterday, or the day before, I should say, for one of these old Olympus where I couldn't find the pictures. I have no idea what I did. Also, actually, one of those cameras that I sold for parts sold to a camera repair place, so they must have a little checkout for that stuff. Perfect. Today I was trying to make a bolo list for figuring out a cheat sheet for Lego minifigures. I was starting with the Star Wars ones just so I can see when I'm out in the stores. What I like to do is when I'm learning a category, I've picked up a lot of minifigures because I knew they're valuable, but I need to figure out which particular ones are. It was so overwhelming, though. It was giving me an instant headache. I use the Google Lens to figure out which one it is, but I'll have to work on that. It's just so much money in it that I kind of don't want to just have it sitting there. That was a cheating one because I almost did that one yesterday. Did you hear this at the beginning of my show, Tommy? That's what I said. I said I felt sorry for this guy called Craigslist Hunter because I'm about to steal all his viewers. Okay, we're going to do a low value one. This one amused me. These little, if I can find it, hopefully, these are little good luck tokens. Let's see what it can says. You can see what it says. Come on. Go. Come on. Fuck yourself. That was so funny. Okay. I think it's a good luck token. Ooh, not a swastika one though. Oh. I'm gonna look very quick. If I don't see it very quick, I'm gonna throw it to the side. It's like this here. Okay, I'm gonna call it a good luck token. I don't know if we can go F. I don't know what to say here. I can say rude. Rude saying. Swear. This is not going to sell like this. I'm going to have to think about this one up. But I'm going to get it listed just in case, just to get it out there. I'll fix it later. And actually, I am going to ask a little less for this. And I'm going to use my magic gadget all flat. There. That's been sitting around for a while. Right. Okay. Thank you, Don. That makes sense. Okay, Ravensburger. The old ones. I once sold one for 150. Open, didn't count the pieces or anything, as is. This is not one of those, but it is sealed. This is a high-end brand. And it's also one of my favorite things, which is brand new, sealed, easy to list, no work. Burger. They always have a number on them too. What is this one? This is a boat. Take the spaces out. That's one thing I find a little frustrating with eBay is it's not very good at, cutting the stuff out like that. So this is the case. We're going to use our special new trick. So 35. So I'm going to ask the same. I forget how much I paid. It would have been $5, I think. Sometimes they ask insane prices for brand new, but this wasn't that. Open shelf. They don't even have the number on there. $282. There's a UPC number. I'm just going to make sure it's correct. 802? Yeah. Good enough. Okay. Okay, next. It's going to be a low value one. So I got this box. You can't really see it very well. Oh, wait. There. I'll blame Dawn if this doesn't work. That's close enough. Oh, you think one went for 80 for that puzzle? Oh, I haven't sold any Raven. I'll actually read what he's saying. I haven't sold any Ravensburger, but I have sold puzzles with artwork by James Christian by a couple of makers. So, yeah. Burks. Yeah. Empty Burks box. This came in an auction with toys in it, and I was gonna just throw out the box. I went, oh, Burks, I know Burks. And this is, I'm not gonna ask a lot, so, which is kind of why I said low value, but it's still worth my time. Burks blue box. Anyone? I think it's actually this one here. And I'm gonna ask $14.99 and see how it goes. Selling an empty box, Harry. We are not the customer. You know, there's people who like buy old parts off like electrical poles. Can you believe that? And they spend hundreds of dollars on that crap. It's crazy. I don't get it. That box. This is a lovely blue box. Don't bash the box. F2. Okay, let's make sure we're doing the right channel here. Pre-owned. You ever seen that? Pre-owned? Isn't it like normally like used? Yeah, but it's a blue box. Nice blue box. Okay, next. For all the businessman wannabes, voice recorder. It's the female equivalent, Tommy. The blue box, female equivalent. Okay. Someone empty box. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, Olympus. Where's that model number? I saw you. Here's WS802. I've been listening to a podcast about dopamine and all that, and they were talking about ADHD. And there's a whole bunch of different things, but one of the things he was talking about is our tendency to pile things up. And of course, everyone does that. But what he was saying was that with ADHD, we definitely have a tendency to do that more, and it doesn't work well with our personalities. And that's one of the things I've been actually concentrating for the stuff around me, is trying to make it so I don't have places to pile things up. Because what I find is when I pile things up, it's kind of I just don't even think about it. It's like it's out of sight, out of mind is definitely true for me. And with the show, I've been having to go through those piles, and I've been finding a whole bunch of stuff that I completely forgot I bought. So I'm trying to arrange everything down here that it makes it very difficult to pile. So everything will be in a bin or something like that. And it works. It's just a very slow process. The one good thing with ADD, though, is that we failed so many times that we're not scared to try new things because we've gotten used to it. Okay. I also like the fact that there's a lot more science coming out for things like dopamine for motivation and ADD and how it works, rather than just speculation. Because it gets very frustrating. Sometimes you'll talk to someone who's like, well, I like that, I like that. But now they're seeing physical differences in the ADD brain. And for me, I'm past the what is ADD. I want to do what works well with our personalities to get shit done. Okay, so let's take a price. This is fairly clean, so I'm gonna ask $49.99. And list it. Being a minimalist is what we need to do to be with ADD. Yep, Tommy, I 100% agree with you. See all the crap behind me? See all the stuff on the shelves, and like I have the my pictures, and I have all my storage stuff there. That's fine because I can't see it. Like when I'm facing my computer and here, I try to keep this as minimalistic as I possibly can to not distract me. I can have the entertaining stuff behind me, but if I don't see it, I don't really think of it. And I 100% minimalist is the way we have to go. And having multiple the same tools in the same spot, but not having everything has to have its spot. So I try to keep bulky stuff as far away, and it's always an endless game of trying to figure out what works. But minimalism does work for us, yeah. And we don't need extra inspiration. So like all that stuff behind me, like a buddy took that picture of me at the thrift store, or this art I like, or the thank you from Two Dogs Digs, or all these cool toys. That I enjoy that stuff. I don't need the inspiration from constantly seeing that, because to be honest, our mind is always coming up with new ideas so much it's hard to even kind of turn it off. Probably thing I think has something to do with the lack of object permanence. Like it's in a pile rather than bins because you still kind of see it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like we all do it, but I definitely like. I don't mind piling some stuff like receipts. Like I can pile that in a box, and it's not going to affect me. I think buying things we enjoy makes it more manageable. Also, high dollar amounts help. Low dollar junk that I'm not interested in paralyzes me. I have to enjoy it. Like, the low dollar junk that I'm doing now is just leftover stuff that's quick. But I'm not gonna. But I'm a cherry picker. I really want the high end stuff, and I enjoy the high end stuff, and I love the hunt. And I'm wondering if, our types were hunters, much more so than maybe other people. And in that show, I'm talking about, they're saying what people find really addictive is rewards that are random. So a good example would be like at a casino. Like if you won all the time, you would actually find it boring. If you lost all the time, you would find it boring. It's the fact that you win sometimes, and sometimes you just do okay, and sometimes you lose. And thrifting is the same way. It's like when we go out there, we don't know what we're going to get. Sometimes we get the high rewards, sometimes the low rewards, and sometimes just the normal day. And I think that might be why it works. This sort of works well with ADD people. So at least that's what I think. Yeah. If my wife wants me to eat something, she has to put it right at the top shelf, and I'll see it, and then I'll know about it. Otherwise, it's gone. It just like our long term memory is fine. There's nothing wrong with our long term memory. It's our working memory that's really bad. Hello. You sell on eBay.com, but how do you do shipping then? Do people not see that you ship from Canada? Okay, so I can actually show that quickly. I'll just edit this one here. We're definitely at the goal for the show, so I'm not going to list any more, but I'm going to ask these questions here. So the reason I sell on .com is because the American market is 9 times the size of ours. And even though it shows the conversion rate, I don't think Americans like seeing that conversion. They rather pay for things in American dollars. And for shipping, I use the policies. So we can view this one here. Actually, I'm going to edit it. I might better. I use this one here, standard shipping from outside US, 5 to 10 days. I pick a longer one. I have received 0 complaints about that. I'm not going to pick one that's going to say it'll get it faster than they'll get it. I just pick this one, and no one cares. As long as they get it, they don't care. And I do find a gain higher sales on .com, but it's hard to tell if I just have more experience or not. Hey, hi. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I know people do that as well. I don't do that. It's hard to tell what the effect is without knowing our turnover rates, and that gets really complicated. I don't have US ad. I don't worry about that. Okay, then how do you do shipping? So what I use is the policies. And the reason so if you can see here, I have all these different policies. And you can see it's based on weight of the item, how much I think it's going to weigh. And I use a flat rate. So, and here I actually say it's $6. That's just for my own information. And to Canada, I charge 10. And when you have more experience, you feel more comfortable doing this because to the United States, the costs are always going to be about the same. In Canada, it's almost all the same. Sometimes I will be shipping stuff and not making any money, but sometimes I make money. And when you have more experience, I highly suggest going over to business policies. But that's a whole show about that, really. So that really depends where you are. Like here, I'm in Ottawa, and we recently just got, well, recently, 2 years ago now, I guess, a cross-border shipper. There might be ones around you, but it's kind of, you're going to have to check. If you're using Canada Post, you should definitely sign up for their business account. You don't need a business, but you will be using Shippo, and you will get discounts starting right away at tier 1. And the more you spend, the more discounts you get. But you should do that. You don't need a business number. You don't need any of that stuff. I highly recommend it. There's no reason not to do it. You're using Canada Post anyways. You're dropping off at the same place, all the same stuff. I think I have a video on it, but yeah, Craig. So Don's talking about Two Dog Steaks, who I highly recommend. They're Canadian sellers, and they've been doing this a long time. Some of this stuff they're able to do because they're grandfathered, but they are probably a little more advanced than that. I don't really worry about that stuff. Yeah, shipping is hard. We're always learning. We're still learning. Hey, David. Thank you for coming in. South of you, Carl. Okay, so yeah, you'd have if you are just south of me, like southern eastern Ontario, then you would have to come into Nepean for chit chats. Yeah, when you're like, I guess it depends how much you're selling in a day is how much you worry about that stuff. Like when I was just selling one thing every 2 days or one thing a day, it the that half an hour to make sense. But now I sell like 2 or 3 things a day, then it makes more sense to make that trip to save that money. I also like the free tracking you have with chit chats. So you have to have a Shippo account, and then you have to you go on Shippo, and on Shippo you can attach your Shippo account to your eBay account, and then when you go to buy the shipping on eBay, it's a little hidden thing now where you can say go to Shippo. It'll take you to your Shippo account. It'll transfer all the information like the address and all that stuff, and then you can buy the label on Shippo, and then print it and do all that stuff just like you would do. Yeah, no, if I was you, I'd probably be just using Canada Post. It depends what you're selling too. Like the cross border shippers will save you a lot of money for the smaller items and the lighter items. When things get big, there's not as much of a difference, but it's 100% worth the time for me. Yeah, you could also, yeah, exactly. You don't have to. I ship every couple days, so usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You should be definitely doing that with eBay labels. I think they're doing right now. They're doing tier 1 discount, which would be the same as Shippo, but the difference is the more if you're spending more and more money, it's not counting towards your advancement to another extra tier of discounts if you're just using the eBay one. So that's another reason to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to update, since it's an hour now, or over an hour, I'm just going to update my little list. Much for me as anyone else. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items. And let's see. And 10, 40, 10, and 50. Math. 360, 380, 450, 550, 600, 660. Hopefully that's right. Like I said, every single time I've been wrong. Vintage, but all kinds of vintage. I keep things small and light for the most part. Yeah, and that's actually what Shippo's the best at. I can ship something like this little thing here for $6, under $6 to United States with tracking. With Canada Post, I think it's more like $12. Has the sale been good? Yeah, the sales have been great. Like I'm reaching those little 90-day totals, almost new levels every day. Like I said, doing the show helps a lot because just pumping through my old valuable stock, and that's really good too. It's the structure helps a lot for me. Even though we kind of are against structure in one way, we need the structure. Yeah, just going to update the banner. So this show, I did 12 items. I did a total gross of 660. And for people who don't know, my margin is around 50%. So for that 660 today, I'll probably net profit will be around $330, something like that. Yeah, $12 without tracking. Yeah, it's amazing, eh? If you're selling lots of small things, it can be worth it. You might even want, I haven't done this, but what you can do is you can actually ship to Shippo a box. And, with Canada too, it's like so frustrating because something this size is the same cost as shipping something this size, right? Often. So what you could do is ship them a box full of all your little packets full of these things, and then get them to ship it out. And they do that. I haven't done it, but if you're selling a lot, then it might be worth your time. Hey, no problem. I hope you come back and ask more questions and have success. It's shipping in Canada is hard, but it's not impossible, and they are growing here in Ottawa as well. So, anyways, that's it for the show. Thank you very much. So, for people who don't know, I'm going to do the show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because on Thursday I'm saving that day for doing for listing items that wouldn't be good for the show. Not because I'm hiding, but because there's replenishables and stuff like that. And I can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30. And next week, the new gold pair show is $500 American. And thank you very much for watching, and take care.